if I build that one thing I showed you, I can put my solar panels on top of it and use them as like, shade if I need to do some shade application. I just have like everything to do a full solar setup. And I've had it for like 10 years and I haven't put it together. Yeah, do you remember those deep cycle batteries I bought and put them on float, 5 of them inside the big case?
I do.
I looked at their dates the other day. They've been on float since 2016. Isn't that wild?
They changed the bubble to cars to the show in 2018.
Wow, that was a damn good battery. Holy crap.
Yeah. 2-year Walmart special. That's a long time.
Yeah, that's just crazy, man. Well, I mean, maybe not. I bought a yellow top battery off of Justin, and I still got it, and it starts my mower, dude. My little plastic. Like, I don't know how long ago that was. That was probably 10 years ago at least.
Oh yeah, probably a bit of it.
Like, AGM is pretty crazy sometimes. I'll be right back. I got some pizza beefing. so I got those, fenders apart finally.
What if, electric fence in combination with that privacy wall?
You said electric fence?
Yep, there you go. Yeah, kids won't mess it up. Easily maintainable. You know, take it up, take it down, whatever. As big as your dogs are, they probably won't mess with it either.
So you're saying go a straight line down, privacy wall, and then where I need to cut in, put a electric fence right there?
Shoot, I'd run it the full length if you wanted to. If you don't want no one crossing over your yard, I'd run it right there where the privacy fence is, or wherever you want to run it. Just run that electric fence right there, alongside with it. All the way from the driveway all the way to the boat. Then you ain't got no choice but to touch that electric fence if you want to get over in your property line, or unless you want to come around in front of the driveway.
What are we doing now?
I guess we're shocking kids.
Well, or very big dogs.
Yeah, big dogs or kids, yeah, we'll get them.
You better read the codes and do whatever it says.
Alright, so I know that my neighborhood was built in 1969, and I went and looked at, like, you know, everything you can do in the neighborhood on the books, and that expired 30 years later and it was never renewed. So I don't have any restrictions really, but I can't do anything too crazy because I live in a neighborhood, you know what I'm saying?
Campbell, I just looked at the city codes. You're in the city or county?
I'm in the city, and so, like, I'm assuming codes in the city are pretty strict, and if someone wants to make a fuss, they can make a fuss. And what I was reading online is, like, you can't have a building on the line, on the property line. It has to be a little, like, set back a little bit. And their shed is, like, damn near on the line, like a foot over from the line. And I'm not going to make a fuss about it, but I'm trying to figure out, do I need to come back from their shed a good zero-turn length, you know, to be courteous to them and me, and that's where I need to start my fence? And then lose that, like, space inside my fence, you know?
I don't know, man. If their shed is over the line, you can make them move it.
Like, I think really legally right now, if I go and I get my, what do you call it, when they come out and they, measure your property. If I pay for that and I get that done and then I take them to court, I can have them move their building. But I don't want to do that. I'm just trying to figure out, do I just run my freaking fence right up the backside of their shed, like all root-like, to where it's going to be hard to kill any plants? Or do I come off like a push mower length? Or do I come off a riding mower length, you know, into my property?
Use the back of their shed for part of your fence.
Well, I thought about that, but they have a window in that shed, and they can just be like, you know, they can go into their shed and see everything on my side of the fence. You know what I'm saying? That's weird.
Damn for it, yeah. I'm trying to make sure I did it right, that way I wasn't in no trouble. Just gonna put all that money into a fence.
I know, that's why I'm like, I called a surveyor, that's what it is. I called a surveyor, and they're like, oh, we're like 2 months out, and it's gonna be like $600. I'm like, damn! Because I have 3 lots, they're giving me some kind of bullshit to where they're like, well, we have to, since you're on the first lot, and your neighbor's on the right of you, and then you have 2 lots to your left of you, we have to measure your whole lot and their whole lot to make sure it's right, and that's going to cost extra, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? Like, what the hell?
Shouldn't all that be at the Register of Deeds where you just bought it? And if you want to do your fence, could you just like pull a permit? And that would be like the most proper way, right?
See, like, there really isn't any restrictions in my neighborhood that you know, like, you're actually supposed to have, like, a paved driveway and, like, brick, you know, a quarter of the way up on your house and all this stuff. Nobody does that, right? But, a permit, I don't know if because I'm in the city limits, maybe I should, I don't know.
Did you turn something off, Frodo, or something?
Yeah, I was going back barefoot.
Damn, boy, I knew you went down there. You ain't got a background noise like you had a while ago.
Yeah, I turned that god awful thing off. Got tired of hearing it.
10-4.
Yeah, you sound good, you're just not loud, so yeah, keep it like that. That fan is pretty loud.
Yeah, it kind of sounded like you had a vacuum cleaner tied to your mic on,
Pretty much, yeah. Got the wiping machine over here. Get that gas turbine over here making power.
What's that fan in your power supply?
Yeah.
Well, you could probably find a quieter one to put in there sometime.
Oh, well, I put one of them Edwards I got off you in there, but it's smaller.
Oh, the fan in your power supply is, yeah, it's a 92, I think, probably.
I would have loved to open that up to, you know, to have a bigger fan turn forward. Got the, you know, same airflow out of it.
10-4, well, you don't have to have a whole lot for the power supplies. They got fans in them anyway, the supplies do. I said the power supplies got fans in them anyway.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're enabled or not.
Oh yeah, they are.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, if something ever goes wrong or something, one of them kicks, you'll hear that fan kick on and it sounds like it's gonna run you out of the house. Yeah, I don't see no reason why a rainmaker would disable the fans in the power supplies.